Now, Nepal's neighbour, India, has been quick in providing aid, sending hundreds of personnel and plane loads of supplies. But there are limitations on India's ability to raise funds for external purposes. Let's speak with Oxfam India. Joining us now from New Delhi is their chief executive, Nisha. Agrawal. Nisha, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Let's start off with what is actually being done currently.
Actually, Oxfam is already there on the ground helping people. There are estimates that about 30,000 people are living in these 16 camps. People are afraid to go back into their homes because of all the aftershocks and so on. So Oxfam is there providing water, sanitation and shelter. We've shipped materials, about 5 tons of materials from our warehouse in Barcelona. Right now our aid is focused in Kathmandu, but we hope to reach some of the outer areas as well as soon as they become accessible.
This is it, isn't it, Nisha? The point is that the aid all seems to be getting into Kathmandu, not getting out at the moment, and it's a veritable disaster, is it not, in the countryside?
Yes, it's a bit of a disaster, and we actually don't know how big a disaster. I mean, current estimates are that 3.5 million people have been affected, but the numbers are rising, both of those affected as well as the dead. Today, it's crossed 4,000 people. It's because the information from the countryside is still trickling in. The infrastructure is badly damaged, so it's hard to get to those places to find out what's going on. Oxfam India has sent a team overland so that we can get to some of the places that are easier to get to, like Gorkha district, which is the epicenter, which has been badly damaged. A team has gone overland through Bihar to get there. So some of the parts might be more easily accessible through India than directly by flying into Kathmandu and then trying to get out there.
Well, absolutely. So what are the priorities? What is needed right now, currently, on the ground? I mean, we've got the prospect of disease and possibly food shortages as well.
Yes, I think the most burning needs in the first few days and first few weeks is always water and sanitation, which is what Oxfam specializes in. If we can't get clean drinking water to people, and you know the weather has not been very cooperative, it's raining, people are out there in the tents, there's a shortage of water, there's a shortage of sanitation, toilets. You know, for women when we go into these camps, that's always a very high priority. For privacy and other reasons, they're living in very cramped conditions and have nowhere to go. Food is a priority, tarpaulin is a priority. Most of all, though, people who want to help should give cash so that people who know how to procure these things and get the right things to people can do so. So that's the big need. We've been fortunate to raise $1.5 million already, but the needs are much, much bigger than that.
Well, also what's needed is coordination between the various NGOs. Are you getting that currently? Because you can get the duplication of tasks, and you can then find that there's a misallocation of resources.
So at the global level, we all specialize in different things, and we are able to usually coordinate very well, and the government also plays a role in that. From India, NGOs have not been able to go yet. We are waiting for government permission because normally we are not able to operate outside our borders. But the exceptions have been made in the past, like for the tsunami. And I think for the people of Nepal, this must feel like a tsunami with such a huge proportion of the population affected. So certainly we are coordinating within India with all the NGOs that are just waiting to help as soon as we get the permission. People of India are calling, the corporates are calling, because there are deep social and cultural ties between the two countries, and everybody wants to be part of the assistance to Nepal. But coordination is very important. Yes.
Nisha Agrawal, thank you so much for that, and good luck with the mission, of course. We all wish you well, and that's the Chief Executive of Oxfam India there in New Delhi. Right, lost and found. After the break, we'll hear from one of Google's crisis